Nice. I'm like shocked by it's just the amount of people I don't know, you know.
Same.
Cool. So this is like one of those really cool introductions where we didn't know we were doing an introduction. Now I'm showing my intro. And then the intro's over, and there we are. What's
We
up,
made
Big O? How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you.
what a
Good to
big.
see you. This is Lady Fantastic and I. This is called Impromptu.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's French for like I'm drinking and I just decided to go live.
Mm.
Something like that. So we are here to talk about comic books and life and to show off comic books and talk about life. So I have not a lot. I've got like two medium sized stacks, or one medium, one small stack from half price today and the other day to show and to talk about. You, what do you have?
I have a stack of 12 books. I was just
Ooh,
telling
that's
you,
a very specific number. I like that.
yeah, I was on Gary B, the Casual Comic Guys channel earlier, and he does a show called the 1011,
Uh-huh.
where he has a guest come on and show 10 of their favorite books. Then one book where there's a story they have that's associated with that book, maybe a
So
longer
realize
sentimental value. And then one book that they call their spec.
that sounds good. So apparently, even in the dryer after washing my stuff, I'm still positive. My wife's like, "Yeah, you washed this." So okay. So yeah, I was so mad because I woke up yesterday and I just felt like I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna be negative now, right? And so I didn't, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Because yesterday was day 10, right? Or day 2 days ago was day 10. And then she's like, all right, fine, I'll test. And she's negative. I'm like, God damn it. So she gets to be negative while I'm still running with this
It's
later.
not a good or a bad thing. It's just a thing. You
It
guys have
is. And
different
and
biochemistry.
supposedly I'm not like very contagious now in the
Right.
parlance of 12 days on, but I'm like, why not just go away? I feel
You
fine.
just That just shows that you have the antibody for it.
Ye- Yeah.
I
Um,
mean, it doesn't mean
which
that you
also
have live virus.
I got my second booster recently, so I'm not sure if that messed with it too. I was just thinking about that the other day because does the booster give you antibodies
Well,
or bigger?
yeah, it should. The problem is that the original strain that the vaccine has that is being delivered now and that was created it was against the alpha virus.
Right,
And
right. So
now
I could have
the
waited till October, but I have free time during like this summer, so I went to get the booster.
the dominant variant is now BA.5.
BA.5, yeah, point 5.
So the efficacy of the boosters that you're getting, while still effective, may be less so because of the variant. And I
Yes.
really think it's in our best interest if the FDA, wink wink, nod nod, and pharmaceutical industries start to make a vaccine against the variant.
They say they are in September, right? That's that's what they're supposed to be doing, but I went ahead and got this one because I was like all
Yeah,
freaked out over the fact that I had COVID. So,
yeah.
yeah.
But whatever.
All right.
I would recommend getting a booster over not getting one.
Oh yeah. I mean, and the funny thing is, I've meant to do it for a while. I was sitting at dinner with my mom and my son when we went to New York, and I looked at this article, and I said, "Oh, that's cool. People over 50 can get the second booster now." And my mom looks at me. She goes, "You're 50." I'm like, oh fuck! I just literally didn't even think while I was reading the article that it pertained to me, and it did. All right, that's enough booster talk. That's enough
Sweet.
COVID talk.
Are you boosted?
Let's embiggen Lady Fantastic, and if you've got some comics to show, go ahead and show them.
So I'll show you
the 12 you did for 10-1-1.
Yeah. Do you want me to sew 6 at a time? That's what I could do.
But yeah, that sounds good.
And then you can show your chunk. All right. 3, 6. This is not the order that I showed them in originally, but sorry, I got to stay awake for G-Man. Fantastic Four 53.
Wow.
Second appearance of T'Challa.
Black Panther. Awesome. I didn't know you had that.
Yeah. I got it like 4 or 5 years ago off eBay for $18.
Oh man. When comics were cheap, huh?
Right.
That's
Them were
awesome.
the days. This was my spec book. I was like, I don't know what to do for spec. I was just like, but this one's badass. It'll always be badass. So this is my spec book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, classic homage to Thriller. Yes.
I mean, you got 3 things going in there. You got Dazzler, you got Sankovic, and you got Thriller. Yeah.
Triumvirate of triumph.
Mm-hmm.
First Kitty Pryde and first Emma Frost. I feel like such an asshole because when I was on Gary B, the casual comic guy, I said first Emma White. I'm like, fuck. I mean, I was like first Emma White.
I mean, you're thinking about it. It's like
you don't say the right shit.
Like comic knowledge.
Yeah.
You only have so much room for it in your brain, and then you start.
In my head, I said Frost. My mouth said something different.
Emma White. 100. 101.
Oh yeah, baby. First Phoenix.
Nice.
Nice. Classic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then
that's like I don't want to get X-Men under 94 as a run. I just want to get individuals, but like that's one of them. That's like so powerful in the mythology of X-Men.
Yes, the canon. This is X-Men, the first appearance of the Sentinels and Bolivar Trask, who was the creator of the Sentinels.
Mm-hmm.
And then final, Amazing Spider-Man 55.
That's so cool.
John Romita magic. Just love it. It pops. Nothing crazy or complex, just powerful.
Exactly. Like, the covers these days can have so much going on, and this is so simple, but just like the teeth aren't jagged or pointy or like dripping with venom or poisons. They're just like he's worried and upset and freaking out and angry, and that's awesome.
Sometimes less is more.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on to you, my man.
Oh my gosh, that is like so.
It's fast.
I just need to point out that Lady Fantastic is showing like her best comics from a show. I'm showing.
Yeah. So this is a little unfair. This is not a competition, and I was a guest, and so this is
not that we're going to bring up competitions where I might have beaten Big O at Comigories on Monday, but
because that's the past, right?
That's the past, and this is forward. So I wasn't going to pick these up, but there were enough of them that showed up the other day at Half Price Books that I've now gathered them to the point where I'm going to have to get the whole series, which is a cool series to get. But I saw
those are tough to find.
Issue 2 for $8, right? Most of these were $8, so I was like, okay, they should be like 15
price, they were $18 or $8.
Yeah. This is my favorite cover, actually. I like that one a lot. It's issue 3.
That harkens back to a very kind of 60s feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The way she's like leaning on her arm there.
Yeah, almost like Goldeneye or like kind of a Bond or Warhol.
Absolutely. And then Gotham City Sirens. I love Poison Ivy there wearing the
That's
thong.
ridiculous.
Very, very cool. So these are all Guillaume March. I don't know at what point he stopped doing the art, but he kept going through 4. They were missing 5, and then here was 6.
Wow.
And then issue
They are
7,
really hard to find.
yeah, issue
Well,
7
I never see them.
is David Lopez. So I guess Guillaume March. I'm looking to see if he did the covers, but I think it switched to a different artist.
Yeah.
And then the next one they had is back to Guillaume March, and again, this is one of my favorites because this is so like this is powerful. This is issue 22, and she's not looking happy there. And you got like a little angel wing and kind of like a bloody devil wing or something. I don't even know what's going on there.
Yeah.
But
There's
this
some
is
real
like,
crisis of soul.
yeah, there's something sad going on there, which is pretty cool in its own right. And that one was only
Right.
$5 for some reason. Then issue 24 popped up, and I'm like, okay, I'll get that. And again, I don't think I made like these are not stealth buys. I paid $8 each for these. But then the last two, this is
They're
what's
so
really
hard to find. I
this,
never see them.
this is what's really cool. These were just put in the letter G, and they were half. These were $1.50 each. So issue 25, which
Oh.
is hard to find because it's getting towards the end of the run.
You mean HTF?
HTF, yo.
Oh,
And then the last issue
very
for
cool.
$1.50. So I don't know why like he priced out a whole bunch at $8 each or $5 for one of them, but the last two issues came in at $1.50 each. I'm like, all right, whatever. They also had, you'll be familiar with this.
I am. I have a lovely copy of that since
I
I'm
have several copies of it, but for $1.50, I figured I'd grab one more.
replenish the one you sent me.
There you go. This is
Oh.
where we discovered. This is where not where we discovered that he's immortal, but this is where Clint Barton kills Bruce Banner.
He puts one through his noggin.
Yep. And so I'm collecting Immortal Hulk run, so I figured I would put that as the beginning. But then this is really cool. It's a sketch cover of the same issue.
Yes, sir.
They had that for I don't know why they had to put $1.99.
You know it's a wraparound too, right?
Well, I know, but maybe that's why, because like they didn't want the checkout girl or guy to have to like, oh, you know what? There's no price on the cover at all. That's why they did it. That's
right.
really, really cool.
Yeah, that's bad, but
totally dig that. Now's the time to get Immortal Hulk stuff because it's finally come down in price. So I'm starting to collect the run. This one they used to put out at $10 a pop, but
oh wow,
this was half off cover. This is just the first Ta-Nehisi Coates. Hey, what's up, Tricky? What's up, John?
I know.
First Ta-Nehisi Coates on Black Panther, issue 1 for $2. I'll take that. It's really nice condition. Got myself some more, and I didn't have my little flip book with me to remind me of what I was missing. So in here, this is like the little black book. That is Tacoma Comics, the 2-time Comic-Gories champion. So
show them your pregnancy test.
I do have a list here of like what Spider-Gwen I'm missing, so we could actually see. I'm transferring it to a new book because I didn't like the way I wrote it in the old book, so I've got a lot of loose sheets in here. This is like a big albatross around my neck until I get this working like smoothly. Let's see if it's under S. If it's not, then I'm like gonna. Yeah, no, it's probably under. I don't have Spider-Gwen listed here. Do I have under Gwen? I don't know. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to waste your time. So I got Spider-Gwen, issue 1. I'm pretty sure I have this. Got myself issue 29.
Oh, that's cool.
30.
Mm-hmm.
And 31. And I think there's some minor keys in there. And I'm not sure if I have those or not, but if I do, I'll sell them. If not, they'll go into the PC. Let's see what's going on here.
You're getting
John
some
says
COZ.
Black Panther short box with that issue 1 as the art on the box. I don't believe I've got that, but I've seen that short box for sure. Eddie is like, why not use CLZ? So here's the thing. I paid for a subscription to CLZ. I had it for a year, and it just fucking annoyed the hell out of me. Like it became an issue where like I had to enter everything, and here's the thing. Where's the barcode? So then you have to like find the barcode. And then when the barcodes would come up and it was wrong, just so I think the thing is now that I have everything organized, it probably would have worked better. But since I had it during a time when I was in disarray, I just said no. I have a list on a piece of paper. This is quicker to flip open than to open the CLZ app to see if I have stuff. Right? If I need to know what Splunk newsstand I need, there it is. It's yeah, I like CLZ, but I didn't like CLZ. It's here's the thing. I don't hate it. I didn't love it. We'll just leave it at that, and we'll agree to agree. Let's see. I've missed a lot of comics. Eddie knows, and Big O's laughing, and Eddie's like, Tricky's like just trying that, and John's like, hey, the only thing keeping me from CLZ is I'm not a fan of the ongoing payment. I hear you. Oh, JP just typed the title. You are a better person than I am, JP. I found that like I did that a lot because there were a lot of barcodes that weren't scanning correctly, and that was the problem. I think after a while, I just figured for what I do, it's not worth it. I know that I own every Star Wars from 1977 run from 1 through 107 plus the 3 annuals. I don't need to put each of those in. I own them all. I know that Moon Girl, I'm missing a few issues. I'm trying to be like Lady Fantastic, get them all, but I'm missing a few. I just wrote down the numbers.
You're only missing one, and it's number 28.
I've said, if you send me that box,
I will. I will.
Just messing with you. So, like, yeah, I'm missing issue 28, and when I get it, boom, I'm good. And Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, I got about 7 left. Like, it's just it's a little bit easier, I think, and less stress. Maybe that's just me. But I was just wondering, like, what's the best way to do it without stressing myself, and that was the way. All right, 3 more books in this one. I had not seen this Miss Marvel, this cover with Miss Marvel, but there she is down in the corner looking all frightened at the surprise. And this is like, a kid's book, superhero adventures, mealtime mayhem. But I kind of dig that. Kind of like Miss Marvel, collecting every Miss Marvel cover I can. Went for this one. I don't know if I overpaid or not, $5, but I do read Marauders. I do have the whole first series, and I'm reading the second series. And so I grabbed that cover that was popular, and this copy of Dark Empire 2 on issue 6. I did not have that one. Now I do. All right, lady, what's your second half of your 12?
I'll send you your box.
When you can. See, I'm mentioning it as a joke and it's getting in your head. When you can.
Jungle Action number 8. In this, we learn the heart-shaped herb and the ceremonial tradition of taking that and it draining you of your powers, and then like battling with your tribesmen, but you kind of commune and see like warriors of the past, like in Black Panther, the movie, when Killmonger and T'Challa fight, T'Challa first takes that herb, and then he's drained of his his powers. That's first originates in here. That story comes
awesome.
in.
Now, how far along on the Jungle Action train are you? Do you have them all? Are you missing one? Or
so issues 5 through 24 of Jungle Action have his name in them, and I have them all.
Nice.
Yeah, and this one has maps.
I was looking for that.
that sweet herb. It's that
Hmm.
sweet heart-shaped herb. And in the back of this, it's got maps of Wakanda and of the Wakandan palace, and it's friggin' badass.
See,
So
that would be really cool for the current run where, like,
I'll show
Tosin and
you.
his group are in like a special section that doesn't have like all the technology. And so it would be neat to see like a layout of the
Look how beautiful that is.
of Wakanda. That is, I like that cover a lot.
Oh, it's beautiful. Like that's the god Bast, obviously, in the background. But yeah, it's a beautiful cover, beautiful art. And let me show you Wakanda.
Oh, sweet.
So map of the land of the Wakanda.
Oh, I love that.
There's Central Wakanda. And then here's this. What does this map say? Central Wakanda's
Central
palace.
Wakanda's Palace Royale.
Yeah. So it's got like all this stuff. But I love it. I love stuff like this. And this is
That's
just one of my
nice.
favorite issues in the Jungle Action run because you get
This Fury's got like secret labs all over the place if you're reading the current Black Panther run.
oh
So it's like
yeah,
no matter where she goes, she's like,
she's
"Yep,
a nerd.
yeah, she totally is."
She's a total
Nerd.
nerd. This is when I showed it was Captain Marvel 18,
Oh, nice.
where
Don't
she's first exposed to the magnetron, whatever. I
hmm.
mean, it's this strange Kree technology, and she's exposed to that, and that is where she gets her powers. And
Nice.
even though in the life of Captain Marvel, they retcon it to say like you had the powers all along. It's bullshit. It's a lie. It's not true. This is
I'm
where
collecting
she,
that run. Very
yes,
nice.
her power originates from this issue. The story is told in this of how Carol is exposed to the Kree Magnetron.
And that run went up to like 60 something issues too.
Yeah, yes, it did. 62, 63
Now
ish.
that's 62, so I don't know if there's any after that. But yeah.
Um, so this was a recent grab, but
Ooh.
I'm a big fan of Hulk. Um, this also has Submariner punching Atuma right in the
Oh, it's
face.
that's a Tuma. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
Atuma oblongata. Yeah, but the key thing about this is that this is the first time Hulk ever utters Hulk smash in
Oh, sweet.
yeah. So this is the very first Hulk smash statement. And then speaking of Hulk smash, I'll probably never have Hulk 181, and that's fine. Like I can sleep well at night for that. That's fine. But like my buddy Steven Spock, he was kind enough to AOK me this.
Oh my lord. That's nothing small there.
This is what I would consider like the third cameo appearance of the Wolvie, the Wolverinus.
Wow.
But yeah, it's beautiful. About an 8.0. Just so thankful for it. And yeah, it's a banger. All right. Then we've got
Rogue.
this was also, yeah, Carol Danvers related, but it's got Rogue, Mystique, Carol Danvers, Jessica Drew, all kind of folks. So JP, I was on Gary the casual comic guys earlier tonight, and I was on the 10-1-1, and so he wanted me to show 10 of my favorite books, one that had a longer extended story associated with it, and then one spec book. So yeah, no big deal. No big
No big deal. She's rocking out with the ridiculously cool
MBD.
books.
And then we've got the final book, First Barbara Norris. This is some early Jim Starlin stuff, cover art, but
I just put the link in the chat to that show, so if people aren't familiar with him and his show,
Who show? Oh,
1011.
Gary, thank you. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah,
The one you were just talking about.
what are you talking about? Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's what I also had to show him. I was like, dude, this is the best story, but it really is the best story.
It is a good story. It works. It resonates.
Yeah, it's a
Even
great.
the two dumb cops feel like the way you want your cops to be, even if they aren't always like that.
This is just, yeah. This is. I love Chris Claremont. I can't. Whatever.
JP will be seeing him this weekend at C2E2. I'll be seeing him in 3 weeks at ECCC. Get a few more things signed by him.
Lucky. All right, go back to you.
All right, so here I am. My next stack is smaller because I was supposed to be out shopping today, and I ran to Half Price to see if they had anything. So let's just show you some cool stuff before. I had a student make this. She is an 8th grader, did not know. Her parents are better than I am. I let my son watch. Breaking Bad, but she only knew of this from her dad. But you have a nice summer. Yo, have a nice summer, Mr. Chow Miller.
Oh, Lord.
I thought that was very cool. She knew I liked Breaking Bad, even though she didn't know the show herself. She just made that for me. I was cleaning up today.
No, John, this is a trade paperback size. This is not regular comic size. This is the first print.
Ooh, first print. Sweet. I only have a 4th print. That is very nice. And then also cleaning up today, I found this. My son made me. This is for Father's Day, so it's like 2 months old, but I just liked he was working in multimedia in class, my little 6th grader. So he put a little shirt on the edge there, and then inside he says, "Sorry, it doesn't fit." Kids these days, what are you gonna do? So yeah, just a recap before I go over books. I was on Comigories on Monday, and I did win a second time. On Tuesday, I was on an auction, but then on Wednesday, I was with JP and John's daughter and Rena from Life with Two YouTubers. And what is Rena's name?
Life with Two YouTubers.
But what is Rena's handle? I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
Brain hurting.
Karina Brown.
Rena Brown, author. And we were discussing Paper Girls, which is a really awesome comic, and we had some discussions on how it is the show came out. And so I watched episode 1 the other day, and how to explain it? It was really cool because they start off by playing like a New Order song, so it's like, bam. Ian loves that. Tacoma Comics, New Order. Okay, that works. That works very well for me. And then it got into the show, and who that one on the hunt last night? Very nice. I didn't get to see it. Well done.
Oh yeah, he did. He did. He beat the tone.
Ooh, what'd you win with? Let us know what you won with. Who dat? So I was watching the show, and the dialogue was a little stilted between the girls, between Mac and Aaron and stuff. Ali Wong's in it, which I did not know. She's playing the older Aaron, which, like, my wife might watch it with me now because she's an Ali Wong fan. The thing that got me the most is either they didn't pay a lot for the effects, or I don't know, some of like the bad guys are like in very camp outfits, very like cheap sci-fi bad guy, like, leotards or unitards, not leotards, unitards, like One Piece spaceman outfits, and they just look kind of silly. And it's very much in keeping with the show in that they're not focusing on those, but it was more glaring it's very much keeping in the comic that like they showed these weird looking guys and then like flashed away from them to something else. But it kind of, in the show, it imprinted on you a bit more. And I'm like, if they got in full camp and like just went for like really silliness, it would have been better. But they kind of were mixing with this realism and it didn't have like a coherent feeling to it. So I'm gonna give it a few more episodes, but it might go down as like one of those. I'm not watching this all the way through. What is
Paper
up,
Girls.
Chemist Paper Girls? That is, yes. All right, so here's what I found at half price today. I'm pretty sure I have this, but then I looked at it. I'm like, maybe I don't have that. So, Angela Queen of Hell, Stephanie Hahn's cover, looking very, 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 very much like some of her artwork. The steampunk stuff in dye at the top there, but then just really cool painted cover down here at the bottom. Love Stephanie Hahn's, love her work. The Kickstarter just launched. If you want to go onto the Kickstarter, you can check out everything's for sale now. So if you weren't an initial backer, they're about to fulfill pledges, but now you can go onto the Kickstarter page for Die Comic or for the Die role-playing game and get all the stuff that they were offering as part of the Kickstarting campaign. So that's what Who Dat won with. Very nice, Who Dat. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Almost every Scotty Young I find is like $5 or more. So pick this up because it was $2. Half off cover. Little A versus X. Little Marvel A versus X, and it's a Scotty Young. So I grabbed that. Then the only other thing that I had that was regular half price was Black Panther issue 4 from the Hudlin run. I'm trying to finish the Hudlin run.
Nugget.
So I like that.
That
me
is
too, John. The only thing I didn't do was I didn't pay like the extra 100 for the super cool die.
That's the one that has the Doom Prelude to Doom War in it. Do you
Oh,
have
is it?
that? Yeah,
I did
that's
not
a
know
different.
that.
That's
I can't read a run until I finish a run. Once I finish a run, then I go back and read it. Yeah, I backed I've backed recently. I've backed Cosmic Detective by Matt Kint and Jeff Rubin. And then the Die one is the last one that I've backed recently. So I'm looking forward to all that. Everything else I got was from the clearance bins, and it was not a lot, but these came with like the original Spawn toys from McFarlane, and I've never seen this one before. That almost looks like a Thomas the Tank Engine, like train setup depot thing that my kids would have had when they were like 4 or 5. So I thought that one was pretty cool. Grab that one as well. This one I've seen before.
yeah.
With like the Violator toy or something. So I
Mhm.
thought that was pretty cool. And then I'm pretty sure I've got issue 1 of this somewhere. I'm not sure. I don't know if these are original covers or if these are photo variants because there was no barcode to tell me.
Oh wow.
Married with Children, issue 3,
Wow.
Kelly. Issue 4, Al wearing a shirt and tie that I might have taught Mike might have worn in my first 2 years teaching. It's really embarrassing. And then Peg and what was his name? Not Chip. Kelly and Peg and Al and somebody help me out. What's his
I
name?
don't know.
I can't remember. And then finally, issue 6. Apparently, this was a 7-issued series from 1989. Peggy and Al in bed. Bud, thank you, Eddie. Bud. So yeah, I was really, really excited by that. Yeah, and that was the last book that I got at half price today. Did you get anything else recently, or?
Nah, I'm good.
All
I
right.
gotta probably get a nap in before I go on G-Man's at midnight.
Oh, gee, that's late. Well, for you, it's what? It's it's another hour and 35 minutes, so you can definitely get that nap. All right, let
No,
me
it's
show.
another 2 hours and 35
I
minutes.
can't math right now. What was I gonna do? Share screen, and I was gonna look for window and not StreamYard entire screen. I could do the entire screen, so I'm sharing this now. Tell me if you see what's coming up in a minute.
I see
Is
the
everybody
ElfQuest.
You see ElfQuest? Okay, so if anybody read ElfQuest as a kid or is interested in ElfQuest, I am now part of the Holt Club, which is as dorky as you can get. I'm one of like 60 or 70 people that backed the Kickstarter for the ElfQuest audio movie. And we're trying to really, 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 really get ElfQuest going. If you are on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or iHeartRadio or podcast anywhere, and you want to give ElfQuest a listen, they've got 2 episodes out plus a trailer. The whole series that they did, the audio movie that they did for the Kickstarter, drops on September 1st. We're trying to get as many reviews. One person left a 1-star review. Everybody else left a 5-star review. So we're up to 4.9. But if you have a podcast app at all, and you can find the ElfQuest, definitely go in and do it. I'm part of this like advanced group that's working with the producers of the audio movie, and the creators came on our Zoom call this morning. So it was definitely very, very cool and dorky, and I loved it for all those reasons, because I am very cool and very dorky. So the fact that I got up at 8 this morning, get on a Zoom call with other dorky, like 40, 50-year-olds.
That's love. That's dedication.
That was love, but it felt good. It felt good. So
good. That's all that matters.
Like I said, ElfQuest was a book that, to me, when I read it as a kid, was the equal of X-Men. They were like my top 2 books in the 80s. Absolutely loved it. Been collecting it and reading it since. So if you're interested, go ahead and give that a listen, give that a read. If you really, 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 really want, go ahead and give it a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. That is how they get the metrics up. And that is it for me today. I'm going on vacation Sunday through Sunday, so I will be out of communication for a whole week and 1 day. Hopefully I will be negative on the COVID front at some point soon. Lady, what do you have going on?
No, I can't. I don't know. I'm just going to go. I want to go to sleep for a little bit.
You're on Gray Man's show in a couple hours.
G-Man.
G-Man. I thought so. One of the man that starts with a G. It's G, not Gray. Excuse me. I got it wrong. You're on G-Man's show in a couple hours.
Blasphemy.
And what are you talking about there?
I think they're going to have people on, from individuals with a very wide spectrum of views, and we're going to be discussing the possibility of extraterrestrial life.
Awesome. That sounds good. I probably will not be up for that because I intend to do a little bit more drinking tonight. But enjoy yourself. Say hello to the G-Man who's not Gray.
No.
And thank you, everybody who's been here. Who dat stopped by? Eddie and Art and John and JP.
What's up, Chemist?
And Art Chemist. And did I miss anybody else? Oh, Tricky was here. Big O is the first in. Thank you, everybody. Greatly appreciate it. And I'll catch you all later. Peace.